Hello, good evening, Eswatini, good evening, world. Thank you once again for tuning in right here on Dream Team Television, otherwise known as DTtv. This is a channel that has been put together by this team that you see right in front of you right here. A bunch of guys that are not afraid to dream, that are not afraid to try, not afraid to fail, and dust themselves off and try again. We're in a time and space that requires us to be those people exactly. People who are just not afraid to say, screw it, let's do it. And that's exactly what has happened right here. My name is Tamsanga Sibanze, aka the Courtesy of Hip Hop, and I'm in the company of these here esteemed gentlemen. Right next to me is the managing director of Platinum Concepts, obviously one of the events management companies that have facilitated some of the best shows that we have seen in the last couple of years. And when COVID said stop, Platinum said, don't stop, won't stop, can't stop.
Yeah, I know.
Uncle Kali? Good man, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I know. It's a good day.
It's definitely a good day. It's a good day. We're out here in Bab City, the Cap City. And on the other side of me is other brother from another mother from far, far away. But he is right here. He's usually on the other side of the cameras, but today he is right here next to me and is none other than Daniel Tai. Otherwise known as Daniel Toro.
Yeah, Daniel Tai. Tai is my surname actually.
Yeah.
It's the same surname as our president.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
Lots of people they ask me, oh, are you relative? Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I learned maybe I should say, yeah, we are relative like Dlamini.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll get more special treatment here. Maybe.
Hey, you never know.
For a moment, I was hoping you would hook up a connection. You know?
Hey.
There's a lot of stuff that side that we need here.
I wish. But the COVID stopped us.
COVID said no.
do them, yeah.
So Daniel Toro, ladies and gentlemen, is another brother. He's a photographer and videographer. He's done some great and amazing work. Some of his greatest work has been seen out of the Bushfire Festival and other major events around the country. This man knows how to take a picture, or rather this man knows how to capture a moment. And he does so using the power of the camera. And when we went into lockdown, Daniel was one of the guys that said, when COVID said no, Daniel said, we won't stop. So what he then did was introduce us to the space of the live stream, but not just any kind of live stream, because everybody has been streaming using their phones, but we're talking about high definition, high grade quality live stream. And that is what gave birth to the Dream Team Television. So we're just going to be talking a little bit about that here on the show. Feel free to share your comments, your sentiments as well. We're going to be talking about Dream Team TV. We're going to be talking about the shows that are going to be up and coming because we have expanded. And we're going to be talking about the state of the entertainment industry in the Kingdom of Eswatini, and of course, a way forward. So, Sama, one time, Bembe, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Salute. Just drop your name on the comment section so we know who is in the building with us. So, let's get straight to it. Kali, how has the experience been for you as a, an events organizer, but in this particular case, a sound engineer, moving from live events to now the live stream space?
It was an interesting twist.
Yeah.
I think I'd safely say it was one of those advantages that I actually choose to derive from the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because as hectic and as devastating the effects of the COVID have been, but it also helped to open our eyes onto a whole new world of possibilities.
Yeah.
And with every new day, we learned new things and experiencing the especially on the Dream Team TV situation. Every new mistake you make is a lesson for the next step. It has been hard. I think the hardest part about it was having to be in a situation where you are sitting there with no income at all, like totally no income. That's how devastating it is. And sitting with expensive equipment in the house, you're sitting with expensive in the...
Some of which you're probably still paying for, or, you know...
It's really devastating. And knowing that on a normal basis, you would be going out there and making things happen, not only for yourself, but also for those around you. But now you're faced with this situation. I think I was one of the people when this whole situation started who was very much vocal about staying at home. Because
you and me both, brother.
In my head,
I think we were hoping that staying home for a while will accelerate this period, this window that we're in, so that we go back to doing what we know, what we do.
I remember we had that slogan which says, let's do what we must today so we can do what we love tomorrow. Because we were hoping that things will get better. And as the period went on, it was really devastating. But from the sound perspective, it really opened up a lot of possibilities. And thanks to the man himself, Daniel Toro, for availing this amazing opportunity, which was more than just an opportunity, but a learning curve for me. You know, it's always nice to do sound, and you are sitting here, you are seeing your audience, you are seeing the performers, and you are hearing what everyone else is hearing. So you know exactly what's going on. Now, in the situation of the live stream, you've got different people to take care of. You've got the people that you have in the room now that need to be given a proper nice
sound experience.
Sound experience. And then there's those at home. That's the most difficult part. Like mixing for those at home has been the most difficult part, because you can't really hear what they are hearing that side. Because
until you get comments saying you can't hear the guitar. You can't hear it. It's like, snap.
So it has been an amazing experience, and it actually pushed me to really explore a couple of other possibilities, ideas, and really push myself to the limit in as far as the engineering of the sound is concerned.
Great stuff, man. We're just talking about some of the victories and some of the challenges that we face, especially here on the live stream space. And all we are trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is one, keep our heads above water, just for our sanity, so that, you know, we don't just drown and remain in the background. But also, we appreciate you for the years of support and love that you've shown us. And we appreciating it so much. You know, hey, to take it to the Bible, for God so loved the world that he gave. And we are giving you these live stream experiences by bringing in different artists and, you know, different art forms to your living room while you are remaining safe. And I'm looking at the comment section right now. King Terry says, I'm here. Salute to you too, sir. We're actually looking forward to having you on the show. Hopefully you can bring the rest of the squad, aka the Bengu boys, to be a part of this here experience. Mthokozisi MTK says, Gushonile majaha. Daniel, what's the other part?
Okay, he was saying Chai Ingwen, ha 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 ha. I don't know what's
okay.
But the first 3 words is our name, is the name of our president.
Okay. Sheshe, ni hao. And then Dirimozi Theophilus Malta says, Bagalazidze. Salute to you, sir. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. And then Tanya Belcher says, COVID has definitely accelerated digital, made us more creative, and made us consider other streams of income. And I think, Tanya, if you can, I know she's in South Africa, if you can share sort of like what's going on the ground in South Africa, especially in as far as the different streams of income. Because obviously in Eswatini, for instance, YouTube is still not monetized in our country. So South Africans are jumping onto the YouTube space and increasing their subscribers, increasing their views, because they know that there's possibility of them making money. But in Eswatini, we're not there yet. And that's one thing that we also need to talk about. King Terry says, allow me to take this here opportunity to applaud Khalid B, who put himself on the line to bring a real light to the situation. We thank you. Daniel and Courtesy, thank you for keeping the game alive. Yo, we're going to put a pin on that because it's a conversation we're going to have later on that speaks to exactly what has been happening in the social media space in this last week. A fire that was sparked by this man right here. Fista Tabeta says, go for it, bro. We trust you. And we trust you for trusting us. Thank you very much. Daniel Toro, one, what inspired you to want to go into the live stream space? You know, I mean, obviously, we know you as the photographer. And then now here's a situation, and then you are now presenting yourself as another form of your creativity. What inspired that move? And then two, what have been some of your greatest challenges in the live stream space?
Okay, I think some people they know since last year. I think around October.
Yeah.
I bought the gadget for the live streaming. Since last year, I can do the live stream.
Okay.
Because I saw it's a trending in other countries,
yeah.
especially in South Africa. There's a group of people they are doing live stream, and they encourage me to also go for that direction.
Yeah.
So since last year, I tried to push live streaming, but you know, it's a new thing for people.
Sure.
They feel like, how does it work? Do you need the license, or how do you transmit the footage like a TV? How?
And live
by internet.
as it's happening, yeah.
Yes. So unfortunately, I couldn't get a lot of job doing
to do
since
live
last
stream.
Before COVID-19.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, COVID-19 hit us. And it also creates a new industry for visual guys like us. Yeah. Yeah, because COVID-19 forced everyone to go to the digital space. Yeah. So I think that's the only way we can do, and I appreciate that because this technology allow us to do more things. Yeah. It's not before you usually. Who's calling me?
Annie. Not now, Annie. We'll call you back.
Okay. It's Emily, actually. No, just kidding. Okay. So, okay. Let me rewind.
Rearrange your thoughts. So, I think we're also now just going into the space of what have been some of the challenges in the live stream space for you as a producer. And also the live stream business.
Okay. The reason why we started this DTtv, I think some people they know, is because I am a content. I'm not a content creator. I'm just like you say, I'm a photographer. I can create a moment. I create something. So I have the skill to do the video and the pictures.
Sure.
But if there's no content, like artists, the performance, for me, it's nothing.
You can't capture birds and trees and stuff.
If there's no landscape, if there's no model, if there's no events, I couldn't do anything. You know. But in another way, the artists they have a good skill. Yeah. But
this is why he needs to be behind the scenes. Now that he's this side, you know.
As you say, technical always.
Yeah, technical things will always be technical.
Yeah. So because besides the first season of DTtv, we want to have more shows to entertain the audience and the people in the kingdom of Eswatini and also other worlds to show how talented the Swati artists they are. Yeah. So besides the musical show, I also found out that, for example, Smalls, they're also doing a lot of video content, and the people love it. Yeah, especially during this time, we need to stay at home.
Yeah.
And then we can give them the good show to help the government and also help the community. Actually, I think we are the pioneer as well to help reduce spread the COVID-19, because now people they chill at home.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely playing our part. Yeah,
they definitely have something that they can be busy with.
Yeah,
yes. So we provide this kind of channel to entertain people. So I feel like comedy is people love comedy.
Of course,
I love comedy as well. So I've now Mdura with us. We also have a fun. It's called Fun Moment with Mdura. Yeah, it's kind of comedy show. Now we doing the Swazi version of 30 Seconds.
Yeah.
We are developing the cards. Yeah, so after a few episodes, we will have enough cards, enough question, and those question is related to Eswatini.
All right.
Yeah, and we doing the card games. People love it.
Yeah.
So we are going to after a few episodes, once the creations of the cards has been developed beta, then we will go to a stage for selling it for sure, and also can provide the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
man. So Tanya's point that it's made us to consider other streams of income is definitely ringing true right now with the development of this here new game. Uncle Kali, Music in the Woods. Man, I saw the pictures. I saw the behind the scenes. I saw the creativity and different approach. Where does that come from, and what are you hoping to spark or inspire with that?
I think maybe before I can actually get into the question that you are posing, it is worth acknowledging that there's a team of people that we, as Platinum Concepts, work with that also saw it right to actually come on board and fit in where they can, where they could, as we had the first season of DTtv, which is basically the SQ project. Made
Best band in the land. Salute to you, gentlemen.
So it's Sizwe, NKO, Sihle, Zwile, Pumla. Who am I forgetting?
Sibs in the City.
Sibs in the City.
Yeah.
So
be careful, don't miss out anyone.
I know them. I get to call their names every week, so I know.
I should have given that part to you. Anyway, this is a team of talented youngsters. Beyond just being the band that you get to see accompanying artists on stage and stuff, those guys are creatives. They are content creators. A moment with those guys will really give you a different perspective of life itself and what direction we could take in the industry if all would be within our power. So now, Music in the Woods is basically a concept that is developed from those youngsters that we work with. It's a concept of celebrating the excellence that Swazi music has actually grown into, while appreciating the beauty of nature. Because Music in the Woods is basically the best of music, but also the scenery completes the whole concept. So we set up in a bush. Sifuna leti hlahla, sifuna leti godwa, sifuna everything. I think we have been sharing some behind the scenes on social media, and people are really eagerly anticipating the launch and flight of that. So basically, the concept is us taking music. We are used to the normal spaces. The concept is beyond just the COVID situation. At the moment, yes, we have the COVID situation, and we will definitely be streaming it on DTtv. But the wish is that beyond COVID, we continue, like I said, COVID has brought opportunities to some extent. It has actually triggered thinking towards the right direction. We have DTtv. Now, DTtv is not just about COVID. It's something that's going to exist even beyond COVID.
Of course.
There's still more content that will be going into it. So now the Music in the Woods idea was that we will have it people will be watching it from the comforts of their homes. But we will also explore the possibility of having a little bit of carefully selected people to come and watch while it happens in the woods. So no, it's a concept that, you know, some of the information, yes, we cannot really reveal right now because we are hoping to, excuse me, we are hoping to excite people with the element of surprise on some of the things that will be happening there. But it definitely, I'm too excited about it. I'm too excited.
Yeah, no doubt. You and me both, brother. Because I'm actually, do we have an idea on when the launch of it will be? Do you have an idea when when we can expect the first episode of Music in the Woods?
I guess we should leave that to the marketing team because they are the ones that are planning how it will be launched into the digital space, how people will get to know about it, and how the content will get to
let me give you guys a hint. The Music in the Wood is our third show besides the DTtv and the Fun Moment with Mdura, and also Music in the Wood will be our third show. So it will be on Sunday. Sunday
It'll be on
afternoon.
Yeah.
It will definitely be flighting on Sundays afternoons. But
we're just not sure when the first.
We are solely depending on the marketing team because there's some things that we are still tying out, including, amongst other things, trying to forge corporate partnership. For this, because all along. You know this better. All along we've been really between the three of us doing whatever is possible to put together whatever resources that we can commit into making those things happen. And it doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come cheap at all. I think the first experience of the recording was quite interesting because we had a couple of business people there that came in and also triggered the thought of inviting the corporate partnerships into such ideas.
First one was we didn't invite them. We are doing a recording, but they are seeing what we are doing over there, and they found that this is nice, this is interesting. We are not trying to break the regulation. I mean,
yes. No, we
Daniel's being very
them.
careful, tiptoeing around this whole thing. Great stuff, man. So we already have Fun Moments with Mdura, which is already up and running, and Music in the Woods will be coming soon. But I'm also excited because as of next week, Thursday, what was originally DTtv, where we landed season 1 at the end of July, is now coming back, but it's going to come back under a different name, and it's going to be called Represent. And what we're doing there is really just inviting artists to come in. First of all, represent yourself. You've presented yourself before in live spaces, but now we're saying represent yourself in the live stream space, but also represent where you're coming from, which part of the country are you coming from, represent your genre, represent your music, and then represent us to the world, because when we're on the live stream space, we're not just alone, the world is watching as well. So that's what Represent will be doing, but it's not just going to be primarily a music show, it's going to be a lifestyle show. So we will also have a number of other things going on around the music. Of course, we're going to have a guest performer in terms of an artist, but we're also going to have like a guest presenter on the day, and then we're going to play maybe some fun games towards the end of the show as well. We're just going to try and make it as jam-packed as we possibly can. So currently on DTtv Flighting, we've got Fun Moments with Mdura, Music in the Woods, which is coming soon, and Represent, which starts next week, Thursday. This is now us putting it out there. There is room for one more show. We're hoping that it can be hosted by a lady, can be in the space of fashion, can be a cooking show.
Wait.
Can be a cooking show.
Yes. You are saying that we still have one room to accommodate one show. Actually, it's 2 rooms.
Okay.
But I'm taking another room already.
Okay.
So, we have a Fun Moment with Mdura.
Yeah.
And we have a
Music
in the Wood. We have a Represent.
Yeah.
Which is hosted by Courtesy, and we also will invite, because we want to make the gender balance, equality of the gender. So we also will invite a female influencers to be the co-hosts.
Right.
And the fourth show, it will be with Zizwe. It's a podcast.
Yes, the podcast.
It's a podcast talk show.
Yeah.
And we have one more room.
And by the way, Sizwe is the guy that you always see on the drums.
Oh yeah. Big C's,
Yes. Music director extraordinaire.
Yeah.
All right. Amazing creative.
Definitely one of the best things to happen to the Kingdom of Eswatini. We appreciate you very much, sir. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was basically the main announcement that we're putting out there to say, look, we are definitely taking up space in the live stream world, and we're just going to be trying to bring you as much content as we possibly can. Because also one thing that I learned in my many travels around the world was the fact that we don't have enough content on the internet as Eswatini. So every time somebody would ask what's going on in Eswatini, now I have to open my laptop so that I can play you a recording that I have in my laptop versus me just going to my phone and going to YouTube and say, this is what's happening in Eswatini.
Or even just sharing the links for
or
people
even just
to
sharing
enjoy
the links.
them.
Yeah. So if we're gonna take up space in the world as the Kingdom of Eswatini, we need as much online content as possible, but also especially well-produced content with guys like Kali on sound engineering and Daniel Toro giving us the visuals that you see right now. We get asked a lot of the time that are we really coming through from the Kingdom of Eswatini? Yeah. You best believe.
I think that's one of the things that really excited me about the first season of DTtv. Having to have the good thing about it is also just the shelf life of the show itself. Knowing that you can always go back to that content and actually get to experience it over and over again, whenever you want. And number two, one of the biggest challenges that Eswatini has been having, especially in the art space, is not having enough, like you said, the digital content. Now artists can share the link of their performances on DTtv because they are guaranteed of the good quality. They can share that link with anyone, anywhere.
And then you can also take the big show and chop it up into small music videos, and you can put it out there as well when you're an artist and you've been on the show. So let's go to the comment section. MTK says it's Daniel's president's name. So amazing to see Lekaya doing live stream. Other countries have been doing live streams. I hope eventually we get to understand generating income through the live stream. Thank you very much, Togozisi. That is part of the conversation that we're having. We are saying here, as the three of us, we don't know all there is to know. We don't see all there is to see. So you, as the audience, as an art lover, as an influencer, as an artist, please feel free to throw in some suggestions and ways that we can make this even bigger and better. Because it's already here. We're here to assure you that we're here and it's not going anywhere. But we just want to make it better, and you guys can assist us with that. Tanya says there are endless opportunities we did not think of before. We all have the power to be influencers and influence. And with that comes the responsibility of putting content that is for the better good. That is absolutely true, Mama. We thank you so much. We need to represent ourselves in the best way possible. Present Eswatini and the Eswatini art industry to the world in the best possible way that we can. Stephen Mtetwa, aka Mr. So Fresh. Steve. Another guy who has done some great and amazing work and things behind the scenes in the entertainment space. Man, if I could start listing the things that this man has done, we will be here until the morning come. But we appreciate you, Jobe. Thank you so much. He says, good evening, gentlemen. I must applaud you for this initiative. You actually brought a lot of talent to the fore and kept us entertained. I ask myself, how, though, do you monetize this initiative? How can private sector come on board? How can you engage government to procure these services, to promote its initiatives? How those conversations have taken place? What's the reaction? What's the appetite? Man! If this was an exam now, I'd be looking over Daniel Toro's paper to see, do you have the answers? But yeah, he's bringing in some pertinent points in a conversation that we need to be having. One, in all honesty, how are we monetizing the show? And I think, Kadi, you've already touched on it, so maybe double click on it.
Yeah, the issue of monetizing the show, honestly speaking, all this while it has been funded from pocket. I must say, those are not so deep pockets.
Hey. Hey.
Those are not so deep pockets, but we just thought we won't just sit and watch the arts industry suffer and die.
And then disappear,
Because the arts industry is not only just about performing and making money. Yes, it's one of the biggest purposes of everything, because we need to monetize our talents, but also there's power in doing what you love.
Yeah.
So the whole idea was about trying to give artists that platform to do what they love in this difficult time. Now, on the monetizing issue, yes, we have started engaging with a couple of people here and there, and some will give you the responses that they would love to see the sustainability of the product first, then they can jump in. Now you get to wonder how it will be sustainable if it does not have
some sort of support
the support on the resources. But I think we have proved beyond any reasonable doubt that we are capable of doing this and really putting it at a professional level like we did. Now we are really hoping that the more engagements will be happening. Yes, we are going out trying to find people that can buy into the idea, but we are also very much open to people who want to buy into the idea to contact us and actually see how they can, because we are not just saying, come give us money. We will give you value for whatever you are bringing in. That you can rest assured. We will give you value for whatever you are bringing in. So we are doing our best, and we are hoping that your expertise will come in place, Mr. Jobe. And how can you engage government to procure those services? Okay.
We'll park that conversation for now. Daniel, what's your take on Stephen's comment?
Okay, first foremost, also another main reason why we have this kind of live streaming, especially on entertainment as well, because this world is very crucial. If you stay low key, no one knows you.
Yeah.
You know, especially for entertainment, you need to be seen. You need to be. You need to shine in this community. If you stay low key and there's no any exposure for you,
people forget you.
After 1 year, oh, who are you? Oh, you're still here.
You have to reintroduce yourself.
Actually, no matter how good you can be, if no one knows about you, then it's all in vain.
And we all need a platform, because if you have a talent, but you never practice, it's like if you're a doctor, but you haven't have an operation for 10 years. Will you believe the doctor to have an operation for you? No, we need to practice. We need to stay alive. We need to stay active. So that's another reason why we have this show. But it's a very good point. I appreciate that you brought up this kind of issue, because, for example, like music, the band, the sound, the visual, the lighting, the audio, everything is costly for sure.
Most definitely.
So without any funding or the how do I put this way? For example, you see there are very great show in SA on the TV. They do have a budget to make the background, to make the lighting more proper, makeup artist, wardrobe, anything. It's all money involved. As Carly B is saying now, we are doing with our patient also our own pockets. But because we are not we are not rich. Our pocket is very
not rich yet.
Yes, not yet. Not rich yet. But our pocket is not too deep. So
but we have been able to do what we have been able to do.
Yes, but we believe it's our dream. We need to do something, and we can be recognized. For example, if there's a company that are interested to cooperate with us, of course we are not only get the money and do things. but we also will give you value.
Yeah.
We can work together.
Absolutely.
For example, like MTN with Bushfire.
Yeah.
Now Ikea with Standard Bank.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's win-win situation. Yeah. We have our ability to help you to promote your business. Yeah. And in the meantime, you also can help us to grow together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe just to add on what Daniel Toro has actually articulated, would be to say that the options are available. There's a vast variety of options that are available for how you can partner. You can buy advertising space. You can partner in association for that particular show. You can even buy naming rights for a particular show. If you think it reflects on whatever brand that you are pushing.
Stand for,
Yes, and like you guys have actually articulated, I must say that we still have the space and we have the brains, and we are also open to the idea of, even if someone has seen what we have been doing, but it has triggered creativity towards a certain direction, and how they can then get to bring their brand on board onto that. We are open to that discussion. We can have that discussion and find a way around it.
No, definitely. There's room for whatever it is that you might have, ideas around. We are very flexible in terms of what we can yet do with the show. So we are inviting the government, we're inviting corporate Eswatini, we're inviting anybody who might just want to plug into the show. It's shout outs to guys like Sean D'Souza and Daniel Shack, Evolve Studios, Prime Digital, Luxy Garden. I'm just naming a couple of people who in our last season have come in to also offer their services, which has made it easier or possible for us to do this show that we do, the shows that we do. So let's take a couple of the comments right now. Shibs Robert says, we are watching. Thank you for watching, sir. Mims says, can't wait for Music in the Woods. Music in the Woods, that's exciting. Mamba Samge, fist bump emoji. We see
that's
you.
That's actually my sister, and she's in Taiwan.
Oh, she's your sister.
Yeah.
Okay. I know her. She's in Taichung, maybe. She knows.
She's my sister. Like I come after her.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Okay.
You come after her.
So
she's older than me. I'm the younger brother. I'm the youngest in the family. Yes.
Sure.
Next. Thank you for watching, Pixies.
And then King Terry says, I have a show and all your numbers. The phones ain't ringing yet, so we'll wait. Smilon Pulini says, watching live from the UK. Big up, you guys. Keep pushing on.
This is actually my brother.
Oh, snap. The whole family is up in here.
He's in UK. He's in the UK. Yeah.
Man, you see how international live streaming makes us instantly international.
Like I remember there's a touch moments when we're doing for Loma.
Yeah.
Remember we were at Rob's studio.
Yeah.
And in the end, there's a girl is make comments like, "Hey,
that's it was actually dad. Rob's daughter."
Yeah. I feel like, wow. I can tell Rob he was very emotional at that moment because my work has been seen by my family.
Who are not here with me right now.
Exactly.
But they now have access to it.
Right now it feels so good to actually have my family like I said, my brother's in the UK, my sister is in Taiwan, and they haven't had the luxury of being in the shows that I do.
Okay.
So now, knowing that they actually get to watch this from wherever they are, really
brilliant stuff, man.
Now imagine as a corporate partner, you have plugged in your product. One, the people are actually getting to experience it as the show goes on. Number two, they can still experience it after the show because the shelf life of this project is actually...
Once it's on the internet, it's there forever. All right. Sizwe said Stephen asked all the right questions. Yeah, for a minute there we felt like an exam, bro. We were just like
actually, I feel like
A1 question. Yeah.
I still feel like maybe we would need to have some time to actually address most of those questions that Stephen is asked, and also, if possible, even find a way of engaging and involving all the different stakeholders, like the corporate sector, the government, yes, and have those conversations, because like as it is, it's more like the arts industry is just on its own. Yet there are so many possibilities of returns on investment that these entities can realize.
Definitely. And this is sort of just like a segue, because now we're going to be talking about the state of the industry. But before we get there, Tanya Belcher says this is also a great opportunity for brands to sponsor such shows and support local talent, not only to build their brand image, but to reach new markets using new media.
Most definitely.
We can capture that and frame it and throw it out there, because that's exactly what we're trying to do. This is not just about us performing and showing you what we can do, but this is also about you plugging in so you can reach people in a way that you normally wouldn't be able to. Because especially with music, like one...
I pass along, I support it, but on the understanding, Mr. Speaker. We are just rubber stamps and pushovers.
Yeah.
All right, man, that was such a spirited presentation by the president of SWAMA, Babe Lutfo Dlamini, in Parliament today, and he spoke from the heart, because he was speaking our heart, to say that, man, and as Kali has been saying the whole week, we're not asking for handouts. We're just asking for the opportunity to do what we can do under the circumstances, so that we just survive like everybody else. That's all we're asking for. Kali, you started the hashtag Open Our Industry movement on social media this past week. It definitely gained a lot of traction. It also got the attention of the newspaper, got the attention of the ministers and other stakeholders, and now it's even gone as far as Parliament. What was going on? What inspired you to kickstart that movement?
Well, I think from where I stand, I am a director of a company that houses talent. I've got a couple of people that we are managing under the company, and beyond the fact that I am an artist myself, and after managing, beyond just managing those artists, we also have one of our services in the company as events planning, events coordination. That's how the company makes its money. Now, for the past 5 months, those artists, and myself included, have been sitting without income. And one of the first things that we said when the whole thing started, like I said earlier, we were the advocates of the stay-at-home movement, because it is in our hearts to work with government in whatever endeavors that they get to engage in which we believe is in the interest of well-being of Emaswati. So when we pushed that movement, we were hoping that eventually, when things get better, we can go back and make a living again. These guys that I'm talking about are people that have been paying their rent, they've been feeding their families, themselves and their families, and beyond just them is a string of other industries that depend on the entertainment industry for income. I'm talking photography business. I'm talking vendors that come to our
makeup artists
events. I'm talking makeup artists, designers,
yeah.
security companies,
yeah.
deco. You know, all these sectors are
yeah. And I think you're double clicking on that so that maybe the viewers on the other side can understand that when we're talking about an entertainment industry, we're not just talking about artists and DJs,
most definitely,
and band performing on stage. There's so much that's going on behind the scenes to make sure that what you see happens.
It happens the
yeah.
way you see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that pained me the most was that having seen other industries being relaxed
sure.
and being allowed to go back to work, we were hoping that we are going to have an engagement of some sort, maybe from the minister, maybe from the powers that be, like relevant authorities that are administering the issues of the arts. And unfortunately, no, it did not happen. Now, it got to a point where we even tried to trigger the conversations privately before we even went public about it.
We
triggered the conversations where in some instances you were told about protocol. You can't just jump into seeing so and so. You need to go through these levels before you do that. And we've had, I'm happy to actually hear the SWAMA president talk about this because he's one of the people that we've been worrying so much, like the executive at large. I have been engaging in a couple of conversations and they have been giving the feedback that, okay, this is what we have done and this is the response we are getting, whether they're getting that response. Now, it got to a point where I personally also took it upon myself to try and trigger the conversation so much that I went to some offices where I was told I was going to be informed when the particular person in authority is available.
Yeah.
Now, this is in June.
Okay.
Now we are in August and we are sitting without any engagement to anything whatsoever. Yeah. Now, also I need people to understand that this movement is not about attacking anyone.
Sure.
It's about laying the facts, especially because we can see other similar gatherings being given the platform to actually operate. All we are saying is that, can we be given a chance to observe the same guidelines or even set guidelines for our industry that will make things happen? Because we are committed to assisting government in the bid to flatten the curve. It's not like we don't understand the seriousness of what we are facing. We fully understand. And
but there's another very serious issue that is moving adjacent to the issue of COVID-19. And I think even the SWAMA president did say there's an escalation in suicide rates among young people because of the pressure of not being able to earn a living through arts. So that is an issue that's as serious as COVID-19 that's moving adjacent to the
COVID-19 is a very serious issue, but so is depression.
And hunger and lack and
so now this is definitely not an attack on anyone. It's just a cry from people that have all along been making an honest living, but have been deprived of the opportunity to do so. Now, this is also triggered by the fact that, you know, if at all the government is ready to relax the regulations or the bans and the restrictions on other industries. Like, I'll make an example of a church situation. I was raised in the church. I know exactly what goes on. I am a believer in Christ. Now, I know for a fact what happens in the church, and I have the privilege of knowing what happens in an event. Let me make an example of a comedy show. You've got one performer on the stage. I think
just like you have one preacher on the stage in the church.
We can do with just 100 people observing social distancing in a comedy show. And that way, you are able to pay bills for the person who's coming to sell food here, the artist on stage, the organizer of the show itself, the person who's providing the sound at that event. you can have a relaxed, laid back, live event.
Yeah.
Churches have their praise teams.
Yeah.
We've got bands.
Yeah.
Like the only difference in these two instances is the message.
Yeah. Well, I
In
mean,
the content.
it depends also on the artist. Some
Yeah,
artists
but
are
also
very
we can open in
inspirational and
prayer. I mean, we can open in prayer if that's what has to happen.
Yeah.
Now, I think we had this discussion with you the other time, or rather, is it earlier today, where we are saying we fully understand that maybe the thought is around a relief fund. We really would appreciate that because the situation is really bad.
Yeah.
But a relief fund is a temporal solution.
Very temporal.
It's a temporal solution. It only means that if I come to you today, you give me whatever you give me just to get by. As soon as I finish what you give me, I have to come back and knock at your door.
Yeah.
Number two, a relief fund is not really guaranteed, or rather, I don't know what would be the best word, to cover half the expenses that I have.
Yeah.
As it is, we've got artists that are owing rent. Some of them are being locked out of their houses.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the rate of crime rising sky high, rocketing sky high, if this thing persists.
Yeah.
In the way it is. So all we are saying is that we appreciate the thought around the relief fund. It's really appreciated. But what's so different about our industry that it is really, really, really being ignored? Because it's not making sense at all. You are saying you'd rather sit down and engage on the possibility of giving me fish instead of allowing me access to the river, because I'm saying to you, I already have the fishing rod and I have the skill to fish. Just give me access to the river so I can go fish for myself. So I can't come to you and ask for fish every day. That's what it's about. And this is also, I must say, this is also in a bid to help government to relieve the pressure on having to then give those handouts to everyone.
Absolutely.
People can earn whatever they can from what they do.
And then also, which is also, I mean, in line with everything that you've just said, there's also just the element of fun and hope. Because right now, if there's anything that we need as a people, is hope. You know what I mean? We don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. We just need hope for today. And if there's one thing that art can do, is ignite hope in people. And that's all we are asking for. That's all we're asking to be allowed to do. Daniel Toro, what are your sentiments on the issue?
I think I shared this concept with you before. I believe, of course, now everyone's hungry. When you have no food, what are you gonna do? You want to eat. You want food. You want food to eat. Yeah. You will not think about the music or my homework because you are starving. Yeah. But in another way, I feel like when you see how well is this country, you see their art. Yeah. How they develop. Yeah. You see their music, their entertainment. Because if it's a poor country, if this country, most of the people they are dying from hunger, you couldn't say that. You couldn't develop the arts. Yeah, there's no room for art. There's no room for art. Yeah. So it's I feel like it's also important during this COVID-19 because without arts, without entertainment, we are just a working machine. We go work, type, and go home. Back. What are you gonna do? And wait and no sit. TV, no music, no drinks, no food. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? So I feel like this thing is very important, especially during this time. Yeah. As you say, giving people hope. Yeah. Once maybe they see our DTtv show, they feel like today I'm well spent. Yeah. So they are motivated to work tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe to add on what Daniel is saying. Yeah. To be honest, the arts industry has been suffering even before COVID.
True.
Especially in Swaziland. It is really disheartening to see how the perception in the minds of many is towards the arts industry. Yet the arts are actually the face of the country. And if government was smart, if government were to work in a smart way, investing in the arts is actually very instrumental in actually portraying a good image of the country itself. And investing in the arts does not necessarily mean you are just pumping in money, but we are saying create an enabling environment for the artists to be able to then strive in that environment. That's all we are asking for.
Oh man, right there. Create an environment that will be conducive for the arts industry to strive. We're not asking for handouts because we're very proud. We're too proud to beg, actually, most of the time. So we're not asking.
I want to encourage everyone, even myself. There's one guy, he said that when we're doing business, we need to be rational.
Okay.
When you're doing business, you shouldn't be emotional because you will make a wrong decision. Not even. I think it's both ways. Even if our side as an artist or private sector or even the government, we all need to sit down and talk in a rational way to find a way how to solve the issue. Because I'm quite happy that we, as an artist, we voice out. It's the same thing like sexual abuse. You need to speak out. But a lot of people will see, you're crying baby, you're seeking for attention. It's not like that. It's a very simple thing, like a baby cry. They want something. There's something they are not satisfied and they need the help. That's the message we voice out. So I would like to encourage every one of us, we can sit down and have a very rational conversation to see how can we work hand in hand to have the same goal to solve our issue. And this topic is too serious. So let's go back to our show. So DTtv live streaming hosted by Courtesy. Now we have a new name. It's called Represent. So next week, Thursday, same time, 6:30, we will have our first guest of the first episode of Represent.
And you better not miss this one.
Whether you're in Cyprus, Taiwan, or UK, or right here, just down the road, you don't want to miss this one.
Just subscribe our channel. And don't forget to switch on the notification. Then you'll receive our live stream shows. And also, we will announce our Music in the Wood.
Most definitely.
But you'll be on Sunday afternoon because we feel like you work for the whole week and you go to the church, now you're relaxing at home. We give you something like
with some good music.
See beautiful Eswatini landscape scenario. And this Friday, what time? Do you guys remember? Fun Moments, Friday afternoon, 6 o'clock will be our third episode.
A Fun Moment with Ndura.
Fun Moments with Ndura. Okay, so that's the last word for this show, not for my life.
Thanks for clarifying that. And then Akakali, what are your last sentiments that you'd like to say to our viewers or to the world out there, because that we know they're watching?
On the plight of the artists, on the plight of the Swazi artists, really it is very much important what Daniel Toro was sharing, that maybe sometimes emotions can push you into even going about things the wrong way. But we have done our best to try to remain respectful in our communication of the grievances that we are presenting. And I really hope that we continue to maintain that, keeping it respectful. Like I said, it's not an attack on anyone, but it's it's solely for the reasons that we could actually come together and think about where to from here.
Yeah.
We were not really saying that Bantu asale bakwatiswa ngokuthi they are being called out and whatsoever.
Yeah.
But we are hoping that they will understand that this is really, really about the livelihoods of hundreds of Emaswati that are out there that could be making a living for themselves, but are deprived of that opportunity because of the restrictions that are in place.
Yeah.
And I must say that maybe just something that I didn't point out earlier is that we are currently planning something. We were working towards an event, and what we did while trying to work towards that was engage the Ministry of Health, who were very, very much receptive. They asked us to send a letter outlining what we want to do, how we want to do it, and how we think we could possibly find a way of minimizing the risk of the spread. And we shared that. I had a conversation with some lady. There's a lady that called, and she was very much receptive and very, very happy at the way that we are actually approaching this. It's not just about us saying we don't care what happens, if we die, we die. No, that's not the kind of attitude that we are pushing, but we are saying we can do that while observing regulations that could be stipulated in ensuring minimal risk environment in our entertainment spaces. So this is actually us saying that we are doing our best to make sure that we work with government in trying to steer this the right way. Then back to
Music in the Woods.
Music in the Woods. Music in the Woods is really coming soon, and really, I hope people are ready for this, because this is going to bring a different twist to the local entertainment scene. We are taking it to another level. Definitely taking it to another level. We are tired of having to explain that money, the quality might not be good because we are from Swaziland and our industry is still
those days are gone.
Those days are over. Now when we do this, we do it like we're doing it for TV. Yes, we are doing
literally.
It for TV. So hope you guys are ready. We will definitely be sharing information on what Music in the Woods is all about, how it will go about, how you can possibly be a part of it, and all that. And remember, next week, Thursday, same time.
Hey, we'll be represented.
We'll be back with Represent.
Yeah. All right, great stuff. Yo, guys, thank you so much. So much has been said right here, and we just thank you for always just choosing us. You know, we appreciate that very much, for spending your time with us, and we don't take that very lightly. But I think, just to echo on the words that this gentleman have said, we are just out here trying to do what we were called to do. We are pursuing it's not just a passion, it's a calling. You know what I mean? We are called to entertain, we are called to inform, and we are called to elevate this here kingdom of the Swatini. All we're asking for is a chance to do it the best way that we possibly can. So to the corporate Eswatini, to the government of the kingdom of Eswatini, and of course to the population of the kingdom of Eswatini, please work with us as we work with you. We love you so much, and we appreciate everything that you do in whatever corner and whatever capability that you can. From us, Uncle Kali, Daniel Toro, and the courtesy of hip hop, it's peace, love, and happiness. Stay safe, because we have so many things that we want to do, and we want to do them with you. Thank you, and Salegatle, Siamo.